Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Open Road. Today's podcast, I have a good friend of mine, a friend that I met while working, none other than Eric. How are you, bro?
Good.
Good. You still work in the same place?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, badass. How do you, you still passionate about it or what?
Still passionate? Yeah. Did I give you that vibe before?
Fuck yeah, that's the vibe that I got.
Really?
Yep.
Man.
I remember showing up to the site, the first site we went to, and you didn't pulled out like you have. Obviously, you knew I knew nothing of the industry, right? And you're pulling out all these papers, right? Like these pipes, how they're all set up. Like in this rack, this is the '80s rack. I'm looking at you like, is this guy fucking serious? You know, like,
you're right.
Yeah, like I don't even know how to put on this harness, right?
Yeah.
Like the whatever the thing's called.
Was that a little too much for you?
No, it was good though. Like definitely like came off like passionate about your job. So how long have you been in the NDT industry?
Let's see. I got into it, I think 20 years old. So 10 years now.
10 years.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then I've been in and out, so probably a total of 8.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
How'd you get started with that?
Well, I went on a ski trip with my dad to Colorado, and I was about to go back to community college, and we were flying Southwest, so it was basically first seat available. There's one middle seat up here, one over here. My dad was like, sit over there. He went over, sat over there, and I sat next to this guy. We just talked the whole way, and he, asked me, how would you like to make 6 figures, no college degree, and I was like, hell yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah, I'm in.
What time do I got to wake up?
Yeah.
4 in the morning?
Yeah, right? You got to travel. I was like single,
Yeah.
young. I didn't care. So
Badass. So now did you, and this is, I really don't even know this. So did you start like regular or were you starting like advanced work already?
it was already like the advanced group. So
okay.
I got really lucky. Like
Cool.
the group that, you got hired into.
Yeah.
Not a lot of guys get that.
I know, man.
So
like that was pretty cool.
yeah. It's
Ah.
like a straight path to 6 figures within 3 years.
Yeah.
Unless you just suck. So.
Unless you just want to be a helper for
Yeah,
life, right?
exactly.
Helper for life, baby.
Helper for life.
Hell yeah. Dude, I had such a good time there though. Like
Yeah.
you guys,
It was a cool group.
Yeah, tight-knit
Still is.
group.
Yeah.
As far as the advanced side, everybody's minus one guy, I think, right?
Yeah, that one guy. That one guy.
You know who you are
Yeah,
if it is what you are. So he left to a different company, I imagine.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think we lost anyone else. Like we're at war or something. I don't think we lost.
I mean, you kind of are, dude. Like
Yeah.
this fucking industry is
Dude,
fucking
it's rough.
Yeah, it's cutthroat, man. Like, I think you guys lose people that aren't thick-skinned, man. Like,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, for sure.
like I saw a few, like I'd stay, man, but like I can't,
That wasn't the path for you.
right.
Not at all.
No, not at all.
I mean, you could have easily been very successful in it, but
Yeah, I just couldn't keep up with the 12 hours and then the travel and like with my kids,
No.
man. But man, I loved it. Like I loved working with you guys. Like it was awesome. Loved it, dude. Like, and then, the boss and like, wow, good people.
yeah.
Yeah. And then
Probably the best group of guys I've worked with in the industry.
Yeah.
So
how many companies have you been in?
let's see. I started at 1, 2. This is my 4th company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because now NDT, explain kind of like, because there's viewers that are like watching or whatever. Like, what does that actually stand for?
It's called non-destructive testing, and it basically is a non-destructive way of testing a material like pipe or tanks or vessels, and just checking for the integrity, thickness, any cracks, corrosion, wall loss, that type of stuff.
And this could be worked at like refineries.
Yeah, refineries, plants, terminals, aircraft, like pretty much anything.
Yeah.
Like you can inspect concrete structures with ultrasound, which is NDT, like the phased array or the ultrasound you use for pregnancy exams or whatever. So,
And how long did it take you to start earning 6 figures yourself?
The current company I'm at right now was the first company I made 6 figures with.
Badass. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, surprise, surprise, is my favorite company. So
No, man. I mean, dude, that company, I don't know, man. Like it was damn good, right? Like
Yeah.
like real safe, like really big into safety and all that.
Yeah, I mean, really, that's all nice, but it just comes down to who you work for and who can make your life easy or who can make your life fucking miserable.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but there are guys out there who just enjoy making guys' lives miserable.
Right.
So,
And I think when I was working there, our boss, you know, or your boss, dude's fucking awesome. Like,
yeah. No,
like,
he works with you.
Yeah, he works with you, and like, you need something, okay.
And he knows too. He's smart about it because when he needs you, he's gonna say, "Hey, look,
I fucking need
yeah,
you." Yeah.
all that stuff I did for you.
Yeah.
Now it's time to pay up."
And,
So,
and I feel like he understands I'm gonna give a little bit,
mm-hmm.
but then like nobody ever says no, right? Like, hey, I need you in Chicago.
Yeah, you'd be stupid to say no.
Right. Yeah. Not to him, man. Like you can't, dude. Like
You would. I mean, he always asks too.
Yeah.
Hey, can you go? Yeah. What do you think, Ralph?
Yeah.
I mean,
like,
whatever.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, a damn good dude, man. All the guys, right? So, how long? My brother got to that company first, or with him, or
I got there actually first.
Okay.
I followed this other guy over there.
Gotcha.
And that's what's funny about me and the boss right now is that we didn't get along at all because we were our own little 2-man group that turned into 4. And then this other company, these guys hired on from another company, and it just didn't mesh at first. And
was that the Goal versus Phase Array War? Was that what it was?
Yeah, right. Epic, man. It was like Star Wars and
walk in,
dark
I'm like,
versus light.
I like everybody. I don't give
Yeah,
a fuck,
right.
man.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't about that shit, man.
Well, I got caught up in the drama, and I didn't really want to, and
But like everything worked itself out, man.
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
I think good people just fucking make it work. Now, I don't know if we can go into this or not. Me and you, we've shared an experience with peyote, right? Like, so, you want to go into that or what, man?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, peyote's a psychedelic. It's a masculine plant, right?
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck did you find it first, right? Like, so, like, because we went to Huntsville to do it. How the hell did you find these people? Like,
because I got lucky, I guess, and decided to move out of my parents' house. Didn't know where to go, so I looked on Craigslist and found this one guy who had a house with his girlfriend and was renting out rooms, and I just got one of the rooms. But as time went on, he broke up with his girlfriend, and another guy moved in, so it became kind of like a guy's house again. And this guy got super into psychedelics.
Oh, shit.
Just got super into it, and I'd always wanted to, because I knew about ayahuasca, for instance, and I always knew, like, man, I want to take that trip to Peru, but I never really did it. This guy did it. He brought it with him pretty much wherever he went, and I mean, he had access to it, and anytime he really could, he'd say, hey, man, you want to join? And I would say no. I said no to peyote probably, I don't know, 2-4 times.
Damn.
Before I finally did it, and it was the most profound experience of my life when I finally did do it, and I was happy to do it a second time with y'all. I thought that was pretty cool.
So I think my experience kind of got tainted with the little guy coming and kicking my fucking foot, like.
Dude, that stuck with me because I'm over there, like, the guy that, who was there, that's the guy who got us in, basically. That's my old roommate. Like, he's so in himself, he doesn't look into the fire. He doesn't stand up. He's crouched down. He basically has his eyes closed the whole time. He's scarfing down, handful of peyote just one after another, and he's seeing shit, whereas I'm staring into the fire. I'm trying to, like, follow the rules and everything. But then when y'all were there, it was like y'all opened up a whole nother Pandora's box in my head, because the shit that y'all were annoyed with, I started getting annoyed with. And I got more annoyed with it after. And I was like, you know what? They're fucking right. Like, that was bullshit, And there was little hints of, I don't know, just this, I don't know what you would call it, but there was this energy about that ceremony that made you feel like, yeah, you're an outsider.
Right. I think it came down to, like, so, I mean, I look white, so,
yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. White is right. And you're actually a real white person.
Yes,
so congratulations for making it to this podcast. And obviously, fuck it. Ralph was fucking, he's white as
Yeah,
fuck. You know?
more
So-
Asian than
And it seemed like there were a lot of Native Americans there, and they really did treat us like outsiders. Like,
Yeah.
I saw that. But you know what? I also saw that, and I'm going to go off a little bit in the ayahuasca experience, right? So, like, because you pay your dues, you pay everything that, you know, your money, and obviously you're paying a tourist price. And then when it comes down to getting food, like they have a soup. Like, for example, we have the soup, then you'll get like a fucking bowl of soup with a fucking potato in it.
Yeah.
And then you're looking to your left, you're like, that motherfucker's got like meat and carrots, like all this. I'm like, motherfucker, you know? Like, so I kind of feel like that's the price we have to pay to kind of experience their type of ceremony,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I understand it, you know, like maybe it's just my way of thinking. Like I would try to be more equal to those that are coming, right? Because I mean, maybe if me and you were Native Americans and we had access to peyote and all this, like, and we had somebody else come join us, like we have access to it. Maybe it's cheaper for us to do it, but like, let's treat the guests okay, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying they treated us bad, but like,
Yeah.
you know, you catch the vibe.
You
dude,
catch
you
the
know?
vibe, you catch these little comments and whatnot that just kind of stick with you afterwards, and you kind of wonder, all right, did y'all even want us there? Like,
Right,
were we
right.
welcome?
Right.
But then again, I also think, like, I just think there's a lot of collective, you know, I guess baggage or just a lot there historically. And that's just not, like, gotten rid of
Right,
within a couple generations. It takes more to forget those memories.
But
you know?
and we go to the same thing, right?
But
Like,
it's not an excuse.
Right,
I mean,
exactly,
It's just
because,
like trying
like,
to understand it.
I didn't take any of these people's lands, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, I'm Mexican, man. They took fucking Texas from us, right? Like, you know, if you
Yeah,
fucking
right?
get technical.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, whatever, dude. Like, I did feel like they were like really putting down the white man, right? Like, and that was fucking crazy, right? Like,
Yeah, right.
And I was like, we're in this tent,
Yeah.
motherfuckers. You know, like,
We're together.
yeah, we're fucking, yeah, right. So, what got me, dude, was like, you know, I got knee problems, you know, like.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking, man, I had to stretch out my little leg, right? My little knee was kind of just fucking shivering there. And then homeboy, which he's not Native American.
No, not at all.
No, he's white, but he thinks he's Native American at this fucking
He's
point.
more Scottish than anything.
Yeah, motherfucker comes and kicks my leg, man. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, motherfucker. Like,
These legs basically
Yeah.
defended this country. What are you doing over here with your fake Indian accent? Oh, sorry, fake Native American accent.
Native American.
Yeah.
Feather not dot. Bad joke. No, I love Native Americans. Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong, right? Because, like, I'm probably one. I'm like 2%, right? Anyways.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that dude sounded like a Native American. If it was an
Yes.
OG who came over here or to you and did that, that'd be
I
maybe
get that,
one
yeah.
thing.
Like
But
the
that,
guy who was speaking.
he was like 22 years old.
Yeah, I'm looking at this guy like, do you know like what could fucking happen?
Yeah.
Like, I'll throw you in this fucking fire, dude.
I don't give a fuck.
So I remember looking at Ralph and I was like,
Yeah, you and Ralph got so.
oh man, because I think he kicked Ralph too one time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He basically came up to all three of us.
Oh yeah, because you were
Because
fucking
I
up,
think
too.
I was fucking up too. Goddamn white people,
White
man.
people, dude.
Yeah.
Like, white people. Right?
Yeah, I remember though the first break that we took, Ralph was not having
no.
it. He was what was it, like 1, 2 in the morning,
Yeah.
and we had already taken at least 2 handfuls of peyote,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Dude, I'm about to go." I was like, "What? You're about to drive home?
like, stop.
Like 2 hours? No."
No, stay.
He's like, "Dude, I don't even feel a thing." And by the end of it, he was like, no more."
I mean, I kind of felt it. Like,
It's different the first
it's
time.
different. It's just different.
You just don't know. Yeah.
But, you know, I was kind of expecting something like ayahuasca, and it was not.
Yeah.
It was
no.
totally different. Like, but I guess that's what it is. Like, it's like a masculine
Kicks you in
strict,
the ass.
right? You're just there.
The
in
father
the fire,
you always needed.
the fucking
Yeah.
drum beat. You know, and I mean, it was a good experience. Don't get me wrong.
Well,
But I
you
think
came full circle on that.
Right. So, and yeah, we'll touch that here in a bit. But
Yeah.
if homeboy wouldn't have kicked my fucking leg, I think I would have had a better experience. Like,
Probably.
you know, that because that happened early on too. Mm-hmm. Like that was before the first break, and I was like, okay, like,
Did he really kick it though?
man, that motherfucker kicked it, bro.
All right, that's fucked up.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
Yeah.
And he like looked at me like,
Like the teacher. Yeah.
right? It's like, bitch, I'm strapped up in this motherfucker. Like, try it again. You know?
Like Cowboys and Indians.
Yeah, no, I wasn't strapped.
No, not at
And
all.
so the full circle we're talking about when I did the ayahuasca and like the temple that I was in, and I almost feel like it was the vision of me in that teepee, right? Like it was weird.
That's crazy.
Like
the two,
just mixed, bro. Like it was really weird. And I mean, it felt like I was in a temple of a mushroom. That's what I like. I guess saw in my head.
Yeah.
But then when I was in that teepee and they were playing those songs in the morning, that chick, you know, that chick that was her voice, man, that brought it up. I was like, oh, okay, like that's what I'm seeing, you know, like it's a pretty cool experience either way. I'd like to do it again, just maybe somewhere else. You know?
I do too, and somewhere else. The guy who's leading it, I don't know if you call him the shaman or the medicine man or what, but he did say, I don't know if this is true. I imagine it could be though, that other places are more rude. You know,
like, I know he did.
Like
say
you
that.
better put your knees on the ground. You better stand to the fire and
they kick you the fuck out.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, he did say he was forgiving.
Yeah,
like I'll let you get away with a few things.
But it's just like this backhand, you know.
And I get it, man. It's their ceremony. Like they may have looked at it disrespectful. Like I get that part,
but it wasn't.
But it fucking was. Like my knee was like fucking. Yeah, I think I was more taxed at the end of the night or in the morning, just the way like my legs were feeling. But that was like nothing I could do. Like I wanted to be a part of it. So, you know, I thought it was good either way. Like, pretty good experience. Have you done any other psychedelics?
Yeah, I've done, let's see, mushrooms. What is it? Is it? I think Bufo. I think. Or was that just DMT? That might have been just DMT.
I think it's the same.
Is it the same thing? Mm-hmm. I'm thinking of the toad venom or frog venom or whatever.
Okay, the Mike Tyson one.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I think
I haven't done that one, but I've done Bufo one time, and acid several times.
I've never tried the acid, but I have done shrooms.
I stopped doing acid. Like, if you don't get high quality grade shit, you don't really know what's in there.
Gotcha.
It could just, I don't know what. It
rat
can't
poison.
Be good for your brain. Yeah, exactly. Like rat poison. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, even with shrooms, I felt like I was taking a little like leap of faith to do those because, like, man, I don't really know. Right?
Dude, you would. How much would you take? Like
about 8-9 grams.
Yeah, no bullshit. You would do 14.
Yeah, we would do. Yeah. I would have the fucking bag.
Yeah. You take a fistful and just stuff it down.
Put it in a fucking
sandwich.
Put
it on peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
No, yeah.
It's crazy.
I mean, on one of the last trips that I did on mushrooms, I remember, like, in the beginning, like, I was probably fucking, like 14. I would say about 10.
Yeah.
Because, like, I pinched out some other shit. I was like, nah, man. Like, even I was looking at that. That's a fucking lot, you know? But, I mean, 10 is an insane amount of psilocybin in you, man.
It is. That's life changing.
Right.
And you did it how many times?
I did it a few times,
Yeah.
And I guess that's why it was so powerful, but man, it helped me so much.
Yeah.
So I was going through like that depression stage of like going through what I was going through, and like it's not like I resorted to drugs because I did the research, right? Like I did the research. And
I wouldn't really call them drugs.
Right. I wouldn't either. Like I know people will consider it that and like, oh, this motherfucker's crazy. No, it's like it's a fungi, whatever you want to call it. Like I think it's natural, right? No one's fucking making it. Like it grows on its own.
It's medicinal.
Right.
You know, like peyote, for instance.
Right.
They label it, I don't know, whatever category of drug.
It's class
under
1.
that, and it's supposed to be addictive. There ain't nothing. Every rookie in a peyote tent will stop taking it.
Yeah.
In the medicine man is like, no, take more. And they're like, no.
Yeah. It's not addictive.
It's not addictive.
Yeah. Mushrooms are not addictive.
No.
Ayahuasca's not addictive. Like,
no.
That's an ass kicker every time you do it.
Yeah.
So on this, like, I did like a mega dose, right? Like I don't know, a hero's dose is 7 grams or 4.
Yeah.
Like
I think like 5.
5 is like a mega dose.
Like 3, that's a solid trip. Especially if you're, old lightweight over there. But yeah.
So
yeah,
then
5, 7 is 7 is gone.
Right.
Like,
so I know I took more than 7.
But you have a different trip, don't you? Like
right.
you're not visual as much.
So it depends though. Like, so I'll go to this one where I took like that fucking, I think it was 10 grams. So boom, I take it and I go lay down in this room, like in like my room at my mom's house or whatever. And like, bro, like I start breathing like, what the fuck is happening, right? Like, so like I'm laying down and then like I start seeing colors, bro. Like, but it's not like what I saw in ayahuasca. It was a lot different. Like I closed my eyes and I'd see the red, the blue, the yellow. So now that I look back on it, maybe I was activating all my chakras.
Yeah.
Like all the way up and down.
Yeah.
And it was just cycling through, and I'm like, oh, this is fucking nuts, right? Like,
Yeah.
and my breathing was just out of control, man. I had to calm myself down and like start breathing just.
You're like a version, like the Mexican version of Russ Cold.
I don't even know who that is. I'm gonna
That's
look him up.
True Detective fans out there know who I'm talking about. You just have these, like, you don't have the drug history that he does, but like the way you like astral projection and like these ways that you like tap into whatever, like you come full circle from your ayahuasca to peyote. Like, I was actually looking forward to hearing about like your experience with peyote because I don't know why, but I just knew there was gonna be something noteworthy, and it did not disappoint.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you showed up, you were like, dude, I've been here before.
Yeah.
It's like, huh? You said that before.
Yeah.
So
it's nuts.
Yeah.
So that's what the mushrooms did to me, because I did mushrooms before I went and did peyote or ayahuasca or any of that. Like I kind of like dabbled into the psilocybin world, and I read a lot about Terrence McKenna. I think you turned me on to Terrence McKenna.
Yeah.
And I started researching him a lot and like the things he was saying. So I wanted to do one of those like doses that just like fucking gone, right? And like so I did it, and once I got done with the breathing and like I stabilized, and I was like, fuck, okay, I'm done with that part of it, and that lasted for about half an hour to an hour.
Yeah.
Of just like, oh shit.
The
like,
breathing part?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Because like it was in fucking tense, dude.
Yeah.
Like it was the most intense fucking thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
Like granted the ayahuasca all that, but like that was fucking
That's what,
crazy.
shrooms are not very forgiving.
Right.
You take too much, you're going to be in for quite a ride.
As soon as I get out of it, like I don't know how to explain it, but I'll try. You're familiar with the third eye and all that.
Yeah.
Have you opened yours?
I mean, I'd like to think that's what happened during my DMT session, but I'm not sure what that is, honestly.
So now that I've opened the third eye with different psilocybin and ayahuasca, it's a difference. There's a difference in the eye opening, I think.
Yeah.
So the shrooms are more of like a now. Mm-hmm. Like you're not really learning any lessons, I think, when I was on shrooms. Like it was more like, oh shit, I can see, right? Like you can see with like in the
third person perspective.
There you go. Like you can pop out, you can like go into feelings, you can all kinds of stuff. You can
explore. I did that. Yeah. I did shrooms in a sensory deprivation tank. And that was the, like, people do the, was it psychiatrist or get prescribed drugs, just do some shrooms, not too much, but just do some in a sensory deprivation tank. And it is the most effective hour of psychotherapy that you can probably have, because you don't care about anything that comes to your head. You explore every thought, you explore every feeling, and you don't do it with any judgment or any fear or anything, and you just have fun with it. It was pretty cool experience, actually.
Did you feel like you killed your ego with mushrooms?
I killed my ego with peyote.
Okay,
for sure.
Cool.
And that's what,
So I think you've experienced the third eye, like, because you pop out and like you just start seeing things for deeper than they are. Like, like I don't know, like I always picture when I'm under that, like there's a bubble, dude. Like I'm in this bubble.
Yeah.
And like I'm protected all the way, and like I can go and explore anywhere I want in this bubble. And then like let's say like you're here, then like you got your bubble, and like if we're gonna be cool, like all right, like the bubble, like
you gotta combine bubbles.
Right? Yes. Like I know it sounds fucked up, but it's a connection of like you connect in the other world.
Yeah.
Like if that makes any sense. So like like with me and a friend of mine, we did my little brother. Right?
Yeah.
So.
Who?
Yeah, who? Motherfucker, what? We did that, and we fucking met in the other world, and I thought it was fucking crazy. Amazing, dude. Like,
yeah, that's different.
That's a hell of an experience, man. Like, like I'd like to bring him on and talk about that. I don't know if he will or won't. But
he needs to.
Yeah,
stop being a little
bitch.
Yeah, fucking. I guess is it like a cardinal sin to sip at the same time?
It's a little gay, but.
I mean, just podcasting sin. Yeah. It's just silence. Nobody,
Nah, fuck it. We do whatever we want.
Fuck it. And this is open road.
Gay. That's right. Yeah. No, it's good.
It's not gay. It's manly.
It's manly.
All right.
Fucking drink water in Celsius, whatever the fuck that is. What is that shit?
It is an energy drink. And no, I'm not sponsoring them. I just like it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So.
Where do you buy that? Like, I've never even fucking seen those things.
Any gas station.
Oh, any gas
Yeah,
station.
it's pretty basic.
No, pretty basic.
Yeah, it's not like I'm going to, I don't know.
You gotta go to Specs to get it?
Yeah, no, this is
it
only Sprouts, you know.
Is it fucking spiked or no?
No, this is just caffeine.
Ah, man, that's fucking...
I've been going on, I don't know how many hours of sleep, so.
Damn.
Yeah.
You don't need sleep.
No.
When
No,
you
sleep
fucking-
is for losers.
Yeah, no, when you fucking die, you'll get enough of that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't need to sleep here. So back to the psychedelics. Right? So I think the third eye and all that. Now, how far have you ventured in those thoughts? Like, I guess what I'm saying is, like, have you traveled anywhere while you're under like psychedelics?
I think I'm less traveling in my deep psychedelic states. Like when I did DMT, it was the craziest experience. It was crazier than peyote, not as positively profound. It was very profound. But like it could have, I don't want to be like fucking dramatic about it.
Don't be, dude.
You know, it
don't
was,
fucking be
no,
dramatic.
I'm not going to be dramatic, but I'm just saying my mind went so far to the edge. Have you ever done that?
Yeah.
Like, because when I walked up, I was taking a nap that day. I'll never forget. And I had that crazy roommate of mine who had like his psychedelic buddies upstairs and whatever walk up.
Okay.
And it's like 6 p.m. or whatever. And they're all high on shrooms, I think. So one guy offers some to me and I'm like, fuck it. Why not? Take some. This dude walks in, has a dog with a leash, you know, just like he walks in from the balcony and he's got this like tinfoil pack of like acid, you know, stamps or whatever. I take one, so I'm on shrooms and acid, and I'm just feeling great. Like that acid was great. Like it was very, very good quality. And I was just on the couch, just chilling, listening to music, just rolling it. It felt so good. And then all of a sudden, I see this like pipe-looking thing getting passed around or whatever. I'm like, fuck it, why not? And I think I knew it was Changa, but because of how I was, I just, you know, didn't occur to me until I fucking took that puff and I went and saw those shapes or whatever, you know. And I wasn't even in there for that long before my fucking roommate just comes over and waves his hand above my face and I just come out of it and I just see his face. Can you imagine that? You see God and then you see your roommate's face.
Fucked you up.
But yeah, it was kind of funny that way. But afterwards, you know, I think I did it one more time, but it was the weirdest experience because when I did it a second time, you know, the first time you feel like you're in contact with intelligence of some sort.
Gotcha.
And the second time I was in contact with that same intelligence, but for some reason I had the urge and the reaction to just say no to it. And I exited it out of that state, and I don't know why.
What was it, an entity?
Yeah, it felt like it was intelligence.
So you're not a visual then?
No, it was visual. It was like these shapes and whatever, and it felt like they were moving and everything like a prism. And it was like and it was telling me to surrender. That's what it was doing. And the first time I was like ready, and then I saw that hand wave, and then the second time like it was telling me to surrender. And there's just something in me that was like, no, I'm not doing that.
And this is under the DMT, the Changa?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know why, but just felt like that thing was not good for me.
So I think you might have needed more of it.
Maybe.
Yeah, like, so that's kind of like, because ayahuasca is DMT based, right? So,
yeah.
Like, if you fight it, then you can't go into that fucking dimension that I tell you that I went into.
Yeah.
So you got to let it fucking do what it does.
But I'd already surrendered.
But did you? Right? Like, so,
probably not.
Right, like the inside part of you.
Like the first time it was, I don't know. It's just weird.
Right.
Because afterwards, and it might have been the mix of 3 different things that maybe gave me some inclination like this is not a good idea. I don't know, to mix things like that, I don't think is a good idea. Right. But I did mix it like an idiot. Mm-hmm. And so I feel like that was my way of just kind of protecting myself, because I don't like the notion that any of these things, any mix of these things is just completely harmless. Like
it's got to make some type of reaction in you.
But like an ego level, like ego death, it can destroy your notion of reality, and it can throw you on a path of complete chaos if you allow it. So If you do too much at once, I don't know. I think that's what could happen.
So I guess that's what people call a bad trip.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you something, man.
Bad trips can be very good, though.
Bad trips are the best trips.
Yeah.
Because, like, you actually learn something from them.
It's what can you do when you come out of it, though.
Right.
And if you don't have any structure,
yeah,
you might be left with less than what you had going into it.
So in any of these trips, you've not crossed over, or have you? Like, you know what I'm talking about, or no? Or have you always, like, you're there, but you don't cross into that dimension that I tell you about?
Yeah, I don't think I've crossed fully into that. I mean, I have, like, been in contact with that intelligence, you know, and, you know.
I'm talking to the point where, like.
But nothing like an ayahuasca where it's consumed me.
Right.
Like
that. I'm talking like you close your eyes, you don't see black no more. Like the veil gets pulled down. You're in this world that is nothing like ours.
Yeah.
And it's like you can go anywhere. You can do anything you want. You can go into any thought you want.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I've ever even told anybody this shit. I almost want to say, like, so... Okay, this is fucking deep here,
yeah,
right? So like I've not told
I'm getting
anybody
flashbacks of our road trips at work.
Hell yeah, dude. We fucking just stay up hours listening to fucking podcasts, you know. And now we're on one, dude. Open road, baby.
Open
Subscribe, motherfucker. So I felt like I had a flashlight. And with the flashlight, I could zoom into anything that I wanted to zoom into. And that I'm talking anything that I wanted to. Life, like my whole life. Like I wanted to go into when I was 3 years old. Like, and then I could zoom in.
Huh.
And I was like, whoa. Like,
and this was ayahuasca?
Yeah, this is ayahuasca. Like, this is one of the, this comes back to me.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like, because I didn't really stay in this type of experimenting for too long.
Yeah.
Like, I did it kind of briefly, but it was probably an hour or two in real world time.
Yeah.
But like, so you go into like, I'm 3 years old. I can zoom in and then like, oh, there's my dad. Oh, there's my mom. And then I can zoom into them and then I can go feel what they were experiencing at that time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. So you get a perspective from their side of like that situation that you were in.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So what it made me realize is there's a collective consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've experienced it, then somehow, some way, I've experienced it. Because we're all together in that consciousness. So maybe my theory, like Einstein, for example, right? Like, what if Einstein wasn't the genius they say he is?
He's a complete moron.
What if there's a shaman somewhere in the fucking Amazon, bro, that's doing these ayahuasca trips from all these times, and he gets to that place, and he's like, okay, I'm going to send some information back to the real world because I can't bring it back. Yeah. And that information somehow gets channeled into Einstein, and he's smart enough to know what to do with it to figure out general, relativity and whatnot, like, what if it was that way? Because I felt like when I went on these trips, if I wanted to go look at airplane parts, I could take that bulb and go fucking look at an airplane part and then see the manual, understand it. Like, it was fucking insane. Like, maybe it was the Akashic records, like in a visual form. Like, I don't know what it was. But I felt like I knew fucking everything, and it was weird. Yeah. And then but I couldn't bring it back. I'd pop back out, and I'd forget everything. Yeah. And I was like, fuck.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And then I was like,
well, that kind of lends credence to the idea that, ideas are, men possess, or ideas possess men, or something like that. Basically, the idea is out there. We discover it. We don't think of it. If that makes sense. It's a slight difference.
Right. The idea's already been created.
Yeah, the idea's already there.
You just got to grab it.
We just got to discover it.
Right, because anything you can think of, well, it's already been made.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if you think about it, like, I know it's hard to wrap your head around.
What do you think is more likely? That we're right now surrounded by things that have never been created in thousands of years of human history, or are we repeating some things? I feel like it's a little bit of
maybe both, but I think rephrase it. Rephrase the question in another way.
What do you think is more likely? That what we're going through, we see ourselves as like the highest point of human civilization.
Okay.
And I think that's a little bit arrogant on our part. But we think we're basically top shit. in human history.
Uh-huh.
What do you think is more likely? We're lucky enough to be in that point in human history, or it's just been like this?
Yes. So I think like Egyptians, for example.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they had to have had some type of technology to build the pyramids, or maybe not. But here's, what I really think is the fucking key to all of it is these guys weren't so much, say, advanced in technology. They were advanced spiritually.
They were advanced in pretty much like almost every single way.
But I mean, if you take, right, because, we haven't discovered that they had these tools that we have at this point. So we could say technologically,
yeah,
we're maybe more advanced in them because we have ultrasound machines. We got fucking microwaves. We got so we've
look at our what we basically build though. Like what will last in ways that the Great Pyramids have lasted.
Right, because
our God is something different.
Right.
I don't think it's a God, honestly. I think it's money, basically.
Well, yeah. Everybody's worshiping the dollar, right?
Yeah.
But I think they were more in touch spiritually.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I think that's what made them able to build what they built to understand astrology. Now, we understand it too. Like
I don't.
Well, humans,
Well, yeah.
Do you know how they actually studied astrology back in those ancient times?
No.
Do you think they looked up all the time? No. So here's what happened. A fucking fun fact, motherfuckers, right? So what they would do, they laid out like water, and the reflection of the stars would be in the water, and as the times would go by, they would see oh, look, this is moving, this is not.
Interesting.
And then that's it's a theory. I'm not sure how true this fucking is, but
there wasn't much to do back then, I guess.
Well, people were trying to discover shit, Eric. You got to fucking.
No, I know.
You got, I get it. I didn't talk shit, but there was so much to time. How did they
didn't
measure?
have Bachelorette or Kardashians back then, so
Yeah, exactly.
They had to watch the stars.
So what's
the real stars?
So what's happening to us? We're being fucking mind controlled.
Yeah,
all the fucking time. What we watch,
Yeah.
what we research, and then what can we research? Right, there's stuff I think that's locked away that we don't have access to.
Yeah.
Maybe ancient knowledge or maybe current technology that we'll never fucking know.
Yeah.
Because it's not for us. We're
Maybe.
not that elite to get to that level. So
I don't know. I think what you just touched upon though is, I agree in some respects, but also though, there's this concerted effort to make everyone feel smaller than they actually are. So if you I'm not saying there isn't this grand technology out there that's hidden to the masses, but it does play into that idea that there is a special privileged class and y'all aren't good enough for it. Right. And that's played out every single day in the news, in, spread of, fear, basically.
Yeah, okay.
And all of it is designed to just keep you in a constant state of paranoia and fear.
And that's why they ban psychedelics.
Yeah, because that'll open your shit up. You cannot.
And then once you're open, you can never go back.
You can't.
Right.
Can't take that.
It's a fucking
can't take that back.
One thing I've figured and I've seen now that after my journey, and I use psychedelics more as a healing journey. I'm not gonna lie. It really healed me inside.
That's all I ever wanted out of it, honestly.
Yeah, just to heal my inner child, my traumas, my fucking everything that I'm going through. But what I kind of discovered, I was going somewhere.
You really enjoyed it?
No, it's it was meant, it's meant to happen. It's
part of your journey.
Right, it's part of your journey, and I understand why they fucking ban it.
Yeah, for sure.
You can now, I feel like I can tap into that world. I can come out of in a third person's view and see you and okay, what's Eric's demeanor like? What's he looking like? How did you get off his truck? Right? Was he happy? Did he seem nervous? Did he not? You start looking at things a lot different.
You noticed a lot of little things. Yeah.
But it's because of so many of those trips.
Yeah.
Where I'm I can't just see somebody for
because I don't know if this is what applies to you, but you become less, I guess, introspective or worried about yourself in a situation, and you start reading your environment. Stop becoming so self-conscious.
You know what it becomes? You're comfortable with yourself now.
Exactly. You don't give a shit.
You don't give a shit. No, it's true.
Yeah.
I care to a certain point. obviously, like, if I meet somebody for the first time, I want to make a good impression regardless of who they are, you know, or why I'm there.
Yeah.
You know, and then, like, sometimes it doesn't fucking work out. Then I'm just like, fuck this guy.
You're going to prison,
Yeah.
you know.
Like, come kick my fucking leg again, right? Like,
yeah, I was there for a good time,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, you're fucking this up, right? But, you know, it does matter to a certain point, but then, like, I'm more worried. But see, that was still during my journey, so I wasn't there yet. Not the way I am now, right? Like,
yeah.
Like you guys brought me a gift, right? Like that means a lot, right? Like damn, you know.
That
like,
was all her.
right? Well, she took the time, but remember, like, that was all her. But you guys have been how long together now?
Over 3 years.
So you guys have already kind of formed we're one, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe you guys are working
Getting married in January.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'll be there. Fucking, I'm invited.
You
now.
got an invite for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Do not fucking come in there. Fuck up.
Yeah, we got.
Yeah.
It's all open bar, so don't bring your own.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
January what?
27th.
Good. I'll do my ayahuasca like the first week of January then.
Okay, cool.
Because I go every January now.
All right, nice.
Badass.
Yeah, get it out of your system and come back and drink
So,
like any good American.
Yeah, any good fucking American. What do you? What the fuck you got going on now, dude? Like I know we touched a little like psychedelics, but what's fucking happening to you right now, like in your life?
Well, me and my fiance are about to move out of a house that we've been in for the last 2-3 years almost. About to get our own place together for the first time.
Nice.
We have
Congratulations,
had,
guys.
2 roommates up to this point.
Gotcha.
So
It's time to be alone.
yeah, now it's time to
Walk around the house naked.
Yeah, exactly. it's I don't sometimes I don't even want to take my shirt off and walk around the house. Like it's just it'll be nice.
Yeah. Just to be comfortable.
Yep.
You
But
got a business going on, don't you?
yeah. It's
Tell
a
me about it.
plumbing
What you got?
franchise.
All right, stop. So before that, weren't you investing in like real estate?
Yeah.
How'd that turn out before we get into the business? Because I'm curious to know how that.
The real estate has been sort of up and down.
Right.
But it's a long-term position, so it is what it is.
Right.
Just holding on to it. So
Don't give it up once you got it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much, and some repairs here and there, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah. So you're
I
still in that world, that real estate world of investing.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. And then, so how the hell did you start this business? Because you didn't have one like when I was.
No, I didn't.
How'd that come about or what?
Well, I broke my leg.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Did you know that? I was in a skiing accident.
I might have gotten a picture. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Photoshop.
Yeah. I sent a photo to Ralph. Yeah, my leg was just shattered. Basically from my right kneecap, just below it
To your fibula.
Yeah,
tibula,
I don't know,
or
something. It hurt, whatever it was. Yeah. And so that sidelined me for months, and I was on short-term disability.
Gotcha.
I found out in the hospital that I didn't have long-term disability.
Oh, wow.
I didn't even have full coverage for insurance, so that was a little nerve-wracking. But so I had to basically rehabilitate over the course of 15 weeks which was the length of my short-term disability, or else I wouldn't have gotten paid. So I had to get back to walking condition, and I had to get a doctor's to sign off on it. And I remember that last doctor's visit, I was like, please, because I want to go back to work.
No.
If I didn't, probably be single by now.
Right.
But
I don't think so. But
no,
just holding a
she
fucking
would've-
slingshot at you. Say it again, bitch. Keep saying you were fucking
right?
Anyways.
But yeah, so I got back to work, and then I was on a job site, and I just kind of had my breaking point. I didn't get a gun and shoot anybody, but I just got fed up with this going to work and not chasing what I want to do.
Right. Okay.
So,
cool.
like, real estate's great, but it's passive,
Right.
and that could be a goal for somebody. But I actually like doing stuff.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So you're in a plumbing business.
Yeah.
You own a plumbing business, or you're co-owner.
It's a franchise. I co-own it with my brother-in-law, and our other brother-in-law is the general manager who basically runs the day-to-day, but is also more into the marketing side of things. And we're trying to build like a presence in the community, because you become a part of the community, and then you have a business.
And this company's based out of where?
Northwest Houston. So basically,
Houston.
if you have a plumbing issue, tell this place to call us, basically.
You know what? I'm going to shoot him an email tomorrow.
I wouldn't be surprised if we hadn't visited this place, honestly.
Yeah.
Because this guy's been driving around everywhere.
Good. So how many employees you guys are currently having, or what?
We have 2 licensed plumbers, an office manager, a GM. Okay.
So, master plumbers?
We have 1 master plumber on payroll, but he's not actually in Houston.
Gotcha.
He just lives in Texas.
Gotcha.
So,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You have a website we can, we'll link it on the description of the video for anybody that wants plumbing services or needs plumbing services. It's not a discount. Here's what I look at, like businesses from like people that I know. Like I got a really good friend. She like does my beard and stuff like that. She's got a little small business, and I never go with the intention of like getting a fucking discount, right? Like, like this is her fucking livelihood, right? So like, I try to tip her well.
I thought about that too. Yeah.
Like it's not about like
when friends do business together, it's always discount.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be that way.
Shouldn't it be the opposite?
Exactly.
You're willing to pay a little bit more.
I'm willing to pay a little bit more because it's my friend doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to tip a little bit more because it's for my friend, right? So like, I think that's how we got to start looking at like our small businesses, right?
Yep.
Like, especially us, like you don't come from money.
No. I had a comfortable upbringing for sure. So.
Right. We all did to a certain point, right? But like, you're not a fucking millionaire.
No.
Unless you are. I mean, fuck.
Well,
let me know. Let me borrow.
I'm not. My dad did very well for himself. Provided for the family all on his own. And so.
But we're not wealthy.
Definitely. Yeah, I wouldn't call it wealthy. Yeah. But wealthy is like this.
Yeah,
you're wealthy. Like, you
like
got
bougie
4
and
houses and yacht.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess what I'm getting to is like we got to help each other out, right? Like we shouldn't. I don't believe in the discount shit. Like anybody that does any work for me that I know, I always tell them, man, look, don't give me a discount. Just don't screw me over, man. Like just do the job the right way. That's it, man. Like, and I'll pay you what you need to be paid so that
you make a living.
Yeah. This is your service, right? Like, so something for everybody out there. If you have a small business owner friend and you're always asking for that fucking discount.
Yeah, just know that person's probably, behind your back.
Yeah. Or you're taking money that they could be making somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. They're on your, house or whatever, giving you a sweet deal, and they could be making, whatever.
So, those people that are doing that, like, it's just something to, I'm not saying everybody's doing it. I'm just saying it's possible,
Just let everyone know Andres is calling you a piece of shit if you're doing it. So
Andres, my white name. I love it. I love it, Fuck, I gotta get over that for a bit. Fuck, that's hilarious.
You want me to do an accent?
Try it.
No, I can't do it. Andres.
There you go. See,
all right.
Came out pretty badass.
There you go.
So we'll link that to the description of the video. You got anything like that you want to get out that maybe you haven't? I'm not a fucking Dr. Phil either, but you've been through rough times in your life. Like, I mean, this is something we've never fucking hit, right? Like you've seen me go through my shit.
Oh yeah.
But I've never. I mean, you've always kind of just been just on track, from like when I met you. Did you go through anything fucking crazy in your life that kind of made you kind of who you are right now, or how's that work for you?
Yeah, my early 20s, I was very stubborn, and I think I was very stubborn and very, I think, resentful towards everything.
Gotcha.
So it finally bit me in the ass eventually. Yeah. And that came like when I was 25 years old, and I made I had a couple realizations, and they were the most profound, probably equal to ayahuasca, or not ayahuasca, but psychedelics.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the biggest thing I would say is, if you are going through depression, if you have mental health issues, you have to get your physical health right. You have to eat well. You have to treat yourself physically well.
Okay.
Because that's going to help you mentally. That's what helped me, and anybody who knows what they're talking about. If you go to some place and they say, here's a pill, don't worry about anything else, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Gotcha.
So the other thing is, if you're thinking about suicide, honestly, I don't know how to put this. Yeah, I think it's more of a fantasy.
Gotcha.
It's not real, and you're not serious. And that's not I dare you. That's just a legitimate. You're not serious, because you think about, your family, you think about your friends, you think about there are people who still love you.
Right.
And just, it's a fantasy. It's not ever going to happen. So put it away and don't bring it out again, because it does nothing for you.
Right.
Stop romanticizing it.
I think that was the word.
Yeah.
Romanticizing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
They fall in love with that idea.
Yeah, because we do romanticize that. I don't know why.
Have you romanticized?
Like songs,
have you
movies.
romanticized suicide at all? Like, have you dealt with suicide?
I mean, I haven't done that
No.
or attempted that. But
What about thought-wise?
To romanticize it, I think it's a popular. I don't know if popular is the right word.
Yeah, no,
but it's like it's kind
common.
of it's a common. Coping mechanism, because it you don't think of anything else.
Right.
You're stuck in a position where you think there's no way out, there's no way to get better. And so there's just some part of you that's like, hey, what if I don't wake up tomorrow? That makes you feel better.
Wow.
It's weird.
No, I've been through enough things in life, and that's never been an option for me. Like, suicide but that's just me, right? And I'm not downing anybody that has those thoughts. But for me, I just, that was, and I knew, like, I was like deep in the fucking hole, dude. Like, fucking
it was pretty bad.
Pretty bad. And I'm like, that's still not a fucking option. Like, I got to get the fuck out of here. Like, it's going to take me time.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it kind of is, like the denial and the acceptance. And then.
Well, that's the point, is that you face reality, because you're not going to do that.
Right.
There are people who don't face that reality, and they actually believe that it's a possibility.
Right.
And if you get right down to it, to your lowest low, and you still can't do it, guess what? It's complete fantasy.
Right.
And it's not a dare you. It's just stop fucking thinking about it.
Yeah. Oh.
Exercise, eat healthy, and, stop hanging out with people who aren't good for you.
Right. I think that's a big deal too, man. Like, positive people bring positive energy.
Yeah.
You start hanging around negative people, man, they fuck your shit up.
Oh, they do.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of that.
My life's gotten so much better without,
Without me?
Yeah.
Without me fucking working with you? Because I'm always like, let's do this, dude.
Oh, I don't want to fucking be here.
I was
smoke weed.
Yeah, I was gonna fucking smoke weed. Yeah.
Like Andres, I can't fucking smoke weed.
Not yet.
Yeah.
I get that part. Like I said, I've never dealt with the suicide part of it, and it's not an option. And I'm glad you bring it up, because it's a touchy feeling type thing. Like, I've known people close to me that have attempted it.
Yeah.
I've known people that have actually done it, right? And I'm just like,
yeah.
Like, how could you, right? Like, come on, like but then, maybe these people are like, oh man, there's nothing left in life for me, right? But there has to be, man.
It's
like
a coping mechanism.
Yeah, it's a coping
mechanism.
mechanism.
If you try to take the stop it's just another version of coping with reality.
Right.
And it's just a bad decision. If you want to, Jocko Willink basically says, when emotionally you can't make sense of stuff or be positive, use logic. If logically you can't figure out a way, use emotions,
Gotcha.
So logically you can't figure out a way, then get angry and pull yourself up or whatever.
Right.
If emotionally you can't, you have to bring some logic into your life and just, look, this is just another coping mechanism.
Gotcha.
Nothing else.
Badass. Yeah, that's a
That's
a good way of looking at it.
I'm making it up as I go.
No, but I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? Like,
yeah.
And I mean, you must have heard it somewhere, right? Okay. Don't cut it. We're gonna keep rolling. Switch the camera to me.
Yours is the one that's out.
Okay. Switch the camera to Eric.
Hey.
Eric, just fucking talk nice and cool, right?
All right.
You're
Will do. Do I really have to keep talking?
No, you don't.
Oh, okay.
You can, but so this is which one's the power one? This one's the power. Okay. I'm gonna take the power off. Okay. That's cool. We're gonna have can you? Yeah. Let me go sit down. And we have a little technical difficulty here, but we're gonna be all right. You know, it's.
Oh, are we still rolling?
Oh yeah, we're fucking.
Oh,
we're not
okay.
editing anything
Oh,
either.
all right, cool.
Look,
This is fucking live.
this is fucking raw.
Not really. Though.
How's them cameras looking there, Miss Jamie? All right, we're back. We're back in action, right? So
All right.
it's a little reality
What the
check.
hell
we get.
happened?
You know, man, like I don't have enough money to get like. No. I bought this camera on the streets, man.
Yeah,
Like some guy like, man, you know, I got a cheeseburger over there. I said, yeah, I'll give you a fucking cheeseburger. You know,
Yeah.
like, give me the fucking camera. You know,
what's that?
I also had a gun in my hand, and I was like, yeah, I got a good deal.
Mugging someone?
Yeah, nah, I think something's wrong with the camera, but I mean, we're gonna have to deal with it. Until I get sponsored by Sony.
Yeah,
like we're
exactly.
waiting on that. You know.
I don't know where you at, Sony.
Yeah,
These are
Sony.
your cameras.
Yeah, these are your fucking cameras. I
Jesus.
don't know why this fucking podcast is fucking
Yep.
up, but fuck, I don't even know what to do with the water door. So final thoughts, bro. Like, we're gonna put your business under the thing. You won't be coming out, so it's not you. He's a co-owner, guys, right? But
Co-owner.
It's
Pretty
good
branded.
deal.
It's a franchise, so it's not just me or my brother-in-law's for that matter. It's a company-wide thing. It's a city-wide thing, and it's trying to grow, and we're trying to grow with it.
Yeah. And I want to put some thoughts before I get your final thoughts.
All right.
I appreciate you coming on. Like, I think it was pretty cool to touch. Like, I can touch fucking any subject with you. And
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. We could keep this fucking going all night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, to a certain point, the viewers, okay, like fuck it. I'm not gonna watch a 9-hour conversation.
Yeah.
That would
We
be
won't get
fun.
tired of it. They
Yeah,
will.
like, but I think it's cool that like you dabble in psychedelics. Like, you're a good dude. I appreciate everything you've done for me. Like, cause at work, you were kind of like, I mean, all the guys were, but I could rely on like, fuck, hey, dude, like this or that or the other. Like, show me this. You've shown me this like fucking 12 times. Like, show me for the 13th time, like how this worked, right? Like, and I thought you were always patient. Like, I think you're a really good teacher. But I also think like it takes a lot of knowledge. When you master the knowledge, that's when you can actually teach somebody.
Yeah.
Right. If not, then you're a horrible teacher, right? Because you don't fucking know it in and out.
Exactly.
So I think you're really good at what you do. I appreciate you coming on. You're fucking pretty badass, and like, thanks for coming, bro. Like, fucking badass, dude. Like, so now any final
Big
thoughts
ego
from you?
trip for me. I mean, geez.
Nah, dude, you're
Let's
fucking.
just end with that. Like, I don't know.
How do I top that?
Yeah, how do we
shit,
top that? No, I appreciate you. I've always honestly wanted to do a podcast.
It's pretty cool.
It's cool, and it's fun. That's why I'm like kind of shocked. I'm the only the second guy who's been on here.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah,
I don't know why people basically want to are afraid to talk or
Right,
hey, and that's their business.
Right,
That's
right,
fine.
right.
You
Well,
know,
we're starting to get
but
more now.
There's
Like-
so much bullshit out there.
Yeah,
Like if you are a reasonable voice, like come help change things a little bit.
Right.
So,
Like I think your suicide theme, or like when we touch suicide, like the things you had to say, I thought that was fucking legit. Like, I don't know if you did make that up right now, but like it sounded fucking good, right? Like,
well, I hope it
you
sounds,
use,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. And I think what you're doing is pretty cool. Like I thought about doing a podcast, and this has been like a recurring thought for like years.
Yeah.
And I would start out like in my brainstorming head, I would start out with like family and friends,
Yeah,
so
which is how I'm doing it.
yeah, exactly. So
I say go for it. Like, obviously, you got 6 figures job. Like, you're gonna be all right buying the equipment, right?
Yeah.
You ain't gonna have no fucking.
Dude, I
cameras.
already have the equipment.
There you go.
I just haven't done anything. with
Yeah,
it.
do it, man. Like, I'll be a guest on it. I mean, to me, it's like, well, we're not gonna have a famous guest. I don't fucking need a famous guest, dude. Like, I'm fucking happy.
I don't
with
know what
family
to
and
talk
friends.
about.
Yeah.
Like, you provide a little structure for me. I need someone to like.
Pull it out. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to just turn it on and just talk. Like for individual podcasts, like nothing else, no guests or anything. I don't know. Maybe it's easy for them, but I think that's actually pretty talented to be able to just talk and make it interesting.
Yeah.
I can talk all day. I don't know if it's going to be interesting.
You know, my ayahuasca video, the one in Spanish, that motherfucker's at 6,000 views, just about.
Nice.
So, like, that one's doing good. You know, like, my mom's podcast video, she's at 1,000 views.
Yeah, I was told about
Spanish.
your mom's.
Yeah,
I heard it was really good.
Yeah, there's subtitles on it now.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
there's a way, you know, you do your subtitles, closed caption.
Yeah.
And then you got to fucking find the language, find English, and like hers, you know, you could, I guess, read it, you know, whatever
Yeah,
the fuck.
yeah.
But hers was really fucking badass, dude. Like,
Yeah.
And we got some guests coming up, dude. Like, Ralph is going to be one of them.
Yeah.
A good friend of mine, Paul, he's going to come on, dude.
Okay.
Like, he's going to be a really good,
Yeah.
like, I'm starting to get the guys, like,
Yeah.
like finally, like, all right, yeah, you know, fucking will come on.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate you, man, and you want to come back sometime, maybe in the future, you know, get a little
Absolutely.
update. Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
All right,
Hopefully, you know, everything's on the up and up by then.
dude. No shit.
So,
You'd be
see.
good, man, and
Yeah.
like I said, I appreciate it, and fucking badass, man.
hell yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna leave you guys with that. Thanks for joining us today, those who saw the video. Yeah, and we'll catch you guys on the next fucking video.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, motherfuckers.
Motherfuckers.